Echobasecollectables checking back in. Just got done at the gym. It's Tuesday night. I thought it was Wednesday. It's Tuesday night. I usually don't go to the gym on Tuesday, but I felt pretty good today. I'm having surgery on Friday, so I'm going to be laid up for a while. Not going to be able to go. So I'm getting it in while I can. Did axle bar deadlifts today. If you know about axle bar deadlifts, most people watching this probably don't. So the axle bar is a thick bar, 2.5 inches thick, weighs 45 pounds, doesn't have any rotation. It's fixed bar, so there's no rotation on the collars. And when you deadlift on an axle bar, most of the time you wear straps because otherwise your grip is your limiting factor because you can't get your hand all the way around it. But the point of it is it puts the bar out in front of you. So the center of mass and the center of gravity is in front of you. And it puts a lot more axial loading on your hamstrings. Turns it into more of a stiff leg deadlift. It's hard to get into it as much. Like you can't sink your hips into it. So works your hamstrings a lot more. Generally, people cannot axle bar deadlift as much as they can normal deadlift. And in strongman, most of the time an axle bar deadlift is done from some sort of elevation. So a normal bar is 9.5 inches off the ground. Most of the time an axle bar deadlift, the height starts at 14 inches because it's done on like giant wagon wheels. So the range of motion is shorter. But again, it's a harder movement. And you might think because the range of motion is shorter, you can lift more. While generally true, it doesn't automatically transfer to people who are good at normal deadlift because, again, you can't sink into the bar and get your hips into it as much. So it's much more of a stiff leg, and it's just a different pattern of motion than most people are used to. So if you're not used to it, if you ever want to try it, do not go into it thinking you're going to annihilate it with the same amount of weight as your normal deadlift, or you will hurt yourself. You have to treat it like a brand new exercise and really work into it. That being said, I've been doing it for a very long time. I did 500 for sets of 5, and then I switched to 600 for sets of 3. Finished off with legs, adductors, and inner adductors, outside, inside legs, which I do a lot of now because it's very good for jiu-jitsu. Because when you're in guard, when you have somebody in your guard, you need very good closing strength on your adductors on the inside of your legs. When you have somebody like this with your legs and they're trying to pry your legs open, you need good closing strength on your legs. So I do a lot of that stuff now for glute strength and adductor strength for jiu-jitsu. So, had a good session. Why am I turning this video on? None of that. Just a little bit of an intro. We're going to give a little update on Project Double Up. I'll do a full video once payouts are complete, but kind of excited. So, I hooked up. So, let's go about sales first. Josh, Green Shiz, working through retrospecs, completed all of my auctions, waiting on payout. Preliminary data looks like somewhere between 30 and 33,000, I believe, if I did the math right on the auctions. And we'll do a comparison. A lot of them went under market from what I was seeing. I'll have to figure out. I'll do a whole comparison video of what percentage. And by under market, I mean under TCG player listings. So we'll do a whole video, like we'll compare, just to give everybody out there, all those people that might be delulu about what their auctions might actually go for. They don't always go for full market value or whatever the hell fuck that means. So we'll do a comparison. We'll do all that, but I was figuring somewhere in that ballpark of profit. So that was my target spend. Now, in Pokemon, one thing I have noticed, a trend I have noticed over the years, Opportunity does not always strike at the most opportune time. Purchasing does not always feel good. You guys have to understand this. So your opportunities to get in on products are not always going to be when you have optimal cash flow available. Let me explain. This has happened to me multiple times, I've noticed, throughout purchasing, okay? I'm waiting on a bunch of payouts, right? We'll get into the rant topic of this video in a second, which is PSA. I'm waiting on a bunch of payouts to refresh my business account. And I'm also waiting on payouts from Josh. Auctions just ended. In order to capitalize the new venture. However, what just occurred? Prismatic just got a big ETB drop from Sam's Club or whatever the hell. It was Costco, I don't know. Big Box USA. And Retro has had on his stories like $155 for an ETB if you buy quantity 100 or something, right? It's like 15 grand. I don't have the money yet. Well, I mean, I don't have the Josh money yet, right? But I'm worried about that deal drying up. And that's the best deal I can see right now from the most reliable, trusted source I know. I've seen some Facebook group sellers with some people that I'm like, I don't know. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to do it. Now, I have the capital. I have plenty of money in my business account to fund this. It's lower than I want it to be because I have something like 16 graded card orders, and I think I've spent, like, as I told you in the last video, like 40 grand on single cards, waiting on PSA to grade them and sell them. We'll get to that in a second. But I have enough, more than enough, to fund this. So I went ahead and I was like, all right, there's about a week gap. There's going to be about a week gap between when I need to purchase them versus when I have the money, you know, the allocated money, we'll say, right? If I wait, opportunity could fly by, could slip me by. You know, I could lose that good entry point. This has come up to me so many times when purchasing products. So, of course, I pulled the trigger. Retro, doing retro things, got me my freaking product in a day. In a day and a half. He shipped those on Monday. His reseller must be somewhere in, like, I think they're in Delaware. John's got to me in a day, and I got them already. 100 prismatic ETBs. Perfectly packaged. 5 nice boxes. 10 on top of 10. They all look pristine. I don't know. I opened a couple of them. They all are probably pristine. I'm going to repack those. I bought some boxes that are similar to the sealed ETB case boxes. I got the dimensions. I bought some because I want to stack them in my storage unit. I want to stack them in 10 count cases, not 20 count. So I'm going to redo that before I put them away. But they were the nicest shipped boxes I've ever seen. So my dude, he is as advertised, 100%. Love working with Retro. Simple process. Clean, even helped me out a little bit. That's not the right word I was going for. I can't think of the word I was going for. I was having problems with my Wise. I don't have a Wise balance, and Wise was saying it was going to take till Thursday to get the cash in. So I asked him if he could do PayPal. He typically doesn't do PayPal, but he acquiesced. That's the word I was going for. He acquiesced for me, and let me do PayPal. Huge help for me. I like using PayPal. I don't know why. It's just a simple. I never have problems paying with PayPal. I don't know. I'm old. So got that done. That was 15 grand. Found, again, shout out my man Josh. Hooked me up, turned me on to this seller on Facebook. He found him through local marketplace. But I vetted him, and he has a ton of references through the Pokemon feedback group on Facebook, as well as Discord, a Discord feedback group. He has a website. Like, I did my homework on this guy before I bought, but he was selling prismatic ETB cases for like $1,400, $1,450. Yo, they're like $1,700 right now. So I grabbed 10 of those. Snatch buy. He only had 2, and then he was getting another shipment of 8 to arrive today. He already got me my tracking numbers. He invoiced me through PayPal, so I got an actual invoice. I paid PayPal goods and services through my personal PayPal. Lesson learned from last time if you watched my last videos. Not my business account, so it's not going to be for resale, which is important. Pay through your personal. So I should be covered with PayPal protection by all the metrics I know. But so I got hooked up. So I got 100 Ascendants and 100 Prismatics. That's what we're starting off Project Double Up with. You could not, I don't think I could have planned it better and gotten a better entry on 2 better products right now. I feel very confident with those. The Prismatic ETBs, I prefer them to be cases, the sealed cases. Beggars can't be choosers. They're ridiculous right now. But I solid feeling that this time next year, $150 Prismatic ETB is going to be pushing $250, if not $300. Ascendant cases, they're $1,700 right now. Sealed cases could easily be pushing near $3,000 this time next year too, assuming no sealed case reprint. So we're in a good spot. Now, I'll go to the spreadsheet breakdown about that at some point too, once Josh gets me the payout and we can do some, official math and all that. But looking good. Now, moving on to the topic of the video. PSA. Right? So, as I've mentioned before, part of my strategy is hands-off selling. I've moved away from running and packaging and shipping my own stuff to I like PSA's auction services and their buy it now offers and all of that. It's all done digitally. I can do it from the comfort of my phone. I don't have to package anything. When they first started, the offers were really fair, over market in some cases. Either way, I like the interface. I like the functionality. So I got 2, 3, 4 orders back so far. Okay. The first one, I took approximately $500 in buy now offers. I ran the rest of the cards through auction. Okay. Those all ended April 12th on a Sunday. Okay. Round 2, I started on April 12th. Those ended this last Sunday. And then this last Sunday, I had 2 more orders go live. Okay, so there's two more rounds running right now. Okay. Here's where it gets interesting. So, prior to April 12th, I have used eBay's auction service before. Now, they have different statuses for once your item sells in their app. The statuses are awaiting payment, payment processing, and sold. Okay? Waiting payment, pretty self-explanatory. Here's where it gets spicy. Payment processing. Now, prior to April 12th, I think they give buyers 7 days to pay. It's never been a thing for me. Usually a day or two, it'll change to payment processing. And then a day or two after that, it'll change to sold. The money goes to Stripe. Stripe does its thing and pays you out, whatever. But the money shows up in Stripe, like available balance that you have. It's my money now, right? It's my money, right? Payment complete. So, April 12th, 60 auctions go off, right? Cool. Time goes by. I'm not checking on it. Doing my thing, running my life. Middle of last week, I got a little curious. I was like, I haven't seen anything any notifications, any emails. Wonder what's going on with this. Checked. All 50 of them are on payment processing. I'm like, that's weird. Why is it taking so long to process a payment? Huh. Some interesting terminology. What does that even mean? I'm like, is it processing between eBay and PSA? Is it processing between PSA and Stripe? It's pretty non-descriptive. And all 50 with the same status? My first thought is, I'm missing something. Like, I logged into all my accounts, the back end, the Stripe, looking for all sorts of alerts, notifications. Maybe I'm missing tax documentation. Maybe my credit card, my bank account, credit card, whatever's out of date. Maybe it's something on my end. Maybe, I don't know, like a flag for some reason. Hell, fuck, I don't know. I'm thinking it's on my end, right? Time goes by. Give it another day or two. Nothing's moving. I'm like, Christ, here we go. We got to work with PSA customer service. Now, if any of y'all know anything about some PSA customer service, I'm getting heated now. It's the absolute freaking worst, man. Like Boar's sausage worst. Like the German worst. Like worst sausage. It's that. It's the shit. It's horrible. First of all, you can't get a hold of a person. You got to call. Bro, that shit's worse than the Pokemon Center queue. You got like 10 minutes in the morning to get in the queue. If you don't, you're fucked for the whole day. The phone queue. They shut that shit down after 10 minutes. That shit opens at 8 a.m. That shit's done by 8:15. That's how many people call. Now, first of all, you gotta ask yourself, how shitty is your business if your fucking customer service line has to shut down by 8:15 in the morning because you have such an influx of fucking phone calls you can't even take them? That's number one. I didn't even bother trying to call. Nah, you can't even email them anymore. You got to fill out the form. The form. And we'll get to you when we get to you, right? Whatever. I fill out the form. Give them all the details. Hey, guys. A little unusual. Been a long-time customer. Got about 3,000 cards in the queue for grading. Got about 200 cards up for auction right now. Look at my account history. I give them all that so they know I'm not new, so they know I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Send them screenshots and everything, like, hey, here's what's going on, right? I'm waiting. We'll get back to you in 24 hours here. I'm waiting. Finally got a response. It's like Christmas. I was like, I got an email. Let's read what they said. You know what they said? You emailed the wrong team, sucker. We got to forward your shit to another team. Haha, use the form better. I'm like, and I can't see the email forward. He's just like, I forwarded for you. Didn't CC the right email address, right? So I took him on his word. Gave it another day or two, right? Son of a bitch, we're up to like 8 days at this point, man. Nothing's moving on its status, right? So I'm like, I don't know if this jarhead actually forwarded I gotta be careful about actually forwarded the shit over or not. So I followed his instructions. Navigate. Now, I'm a side rant for a second. I'm pretty sure it's fucking illegal to run an official business like that and not have a contact us for, like, your contact information in a contact link at the bottom of your website. Pretty sure every official business has to have a way to be contacted. They don't have that. You have to jump through the menu options on the forms in order to get a phone number. That's number one. I don't think that's even legal, but I digress. I found the fucking magical combination of words, letters, and numbers to get the right vault team. I sent him another email. Of course, this is me talking to you. I am very professional. I have the best customer service. It's what I do all day long. I know how to write customer service emails. This is me venting, right? Sent him all that shit again, right? Waited a couple more days. Here's where it gets the interesting part. I finally got an answer back from these people, and I wish I had it up to read it to you because the terminology is just chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. I wish I could read you the whole robot bullshit. Oh, that's what I forgot. Originally, I didn't even get a person. I got the AI robot, man. It literally said it in there. This is the AI responder. I'm like, you gotta be shitty. I didn't even get into that. I wish I was in front of my computer when I did this. I could have pulled all this up. All right, so let me try and remember how it was phrased exactly, because I was sitting watching TV, and I ranted about this to my wife the other night, and I couldn't believe the shit that all right, so it was, let me try and think, let me try and get this right. So it was, PSA is aware of some current ongoing technical issues with some of our features, period, including automatic payouts. What? Bro, what? Payouts are a feature? A feature? We're talking about practice. You're telling me getting paid is a feature? That ain't no feature. That's a fundamental underlining linchpin of business. Beach, give me my money. Feature? It ain't no feature. I don't even have a choice. It's your automatic system. Feature? Bro, I've been waiting 2 weeks for my money. If you was in my town, I'd go slap you. I almost lost it when I said, we are experiencing technical difficulties with some of our features, including payouts. I was like, oh, hell no. But then, like, if you read it, rest assured. So they admit at fault, basically. There is a problem with their automatic payout system right now. A global problem. So if y'all out there trying to get paid from PSA, good luck. Because it started on April 11th. One day before my fucking auctions ended. Bro, I couldn't believe that when I read that. I was like, whoever wrote this is a freaking idiot. Whoever passed this through the customer service test clearly did not, like, proofread that one. You didn't use Gemini or anything, because you don't tell customers that getting paid is a feature. You could have worded that any other way. There's problems with our payment. You don't even need the word to use the word feature. Just drop the word. Feature and payment should never be in the same sentence, period. End of story. Over. Done. Moving on. Now, let's fast forward. It is now Tuesday. I think I got that email last night. The good news is payments are starting to roll in. Slowly but surely, I'm getting notifications. And I think like 40 of my 50 have paid out so far. So it's working. But I just could not believe that I was heated, man. I was heated for a minute last night. I was heated. Like, you don't understand, man. Like, I didn't think, like, I knew eventually they'd probably get me my money and everything like that. But, like, what if you're a person that doesn't have the bankroll and the capital like I have? What if you need the money, man? What if you have stuff in the pipeline? What if you're what if you're... There's no excuse for that. No excuse, man. You're running a $1 billion operation. Stop, like, the shit PSA does that's just wrong is atrocious. Hire more graders. I don't want to hear it. Hire more graders. Hire a better customer service team. It's not difficult, man. I don't want to hear excuses. These are business problems. You get paid enough, Nat. Fix the problems. Fix the problems before you start buying other companies, going into bed with GameStop, Power Packs, all this other horseshit. Y'all have time for that. You got time to make more money. You sure got time to figure out ways to scam people. Sure got time to figure out ways to integrate AI into your grading, so we changed the 55-45 or the 60-40 to 55-45. So we don't have humans looking at centering anymore. We got time for that, though, don't we? We got time for that. But we can't hire Timmy, Jimmy, and John to sit on some customer service lines to answer questions for your customers. No, we don't got time for that. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.